Against all odds in the small town of Riverville, nestled between rolling hills and meandering rivers, lived a young man named Jack Thompson. Jack was known to all as the town's fix-it guy. From repairing broken fences to tuning up old tractors, he was always willing to lend a helping hand. Despite his skills, Jack had never been able to shake off the reputation of being an underachiever. His dreams were often dismissed as far-fetched, and his ambitions were met with skepticism. Jack's biggest dream was to become a professional race car driver. His father, Tom, had been a local racing legend in his youth, but a tragic accident had ended his career prematurely. Tom had never fully recovered from his injuries, and the family's financial situation had only worsened over the years. Jack's mother, Linda, worked 2 jobs to make ends meet, while Jack spent his evenings working at the local auto repair shop to support the family. Despite the odds stacked against him, Jack refused to give up on his dream. He spent countless hours at the repair shop, not only working but also learning everything he could about cars and engines. His boss, Mr. Hargrove, saw potential in Jack and allowed him to work on an old, beat-up race car that had been sitting in the back of the shop for years. "This car has seen better days," Mr. Hargrove said one evening as Jack tinkered with the engine. "But if anyone can bring it back to life, it's you." Jack smiled, wiping grease from his hands. "Thanks, Mr. Hargrove. I'll do my best." Over the next few months, Jack worked tirelessly on the car. He saved every penny he could, bought parts from scrapyards, and spent late nights in the shop, determined to make his dream a reality. Word spread around town about Jack's project, and soon, people started showing up at the shop to offer their support. Some donated parts while others shared their knowledge and experience. One evening, as Jack was finishing up for the day, a familiar figure walked into the shop. It was his father, Tom. He hadn't set foot in a garage since his accident, but something about Jack's determination had reignited a spark within him. "I hear you're working on an old race car," Tom said, a hint of pride in his voice. Jack nodded. "I am. I want to race, Dad, just like you did." Tom's eyes softened, and he placed a hand on Jack's shoulder. "Then let's do it together." With his father's help, Jack's progress accelerated. Tom's experience and knowledge were invaluable, and their bond grew stronger as they worked side by side. The car, once a rusted heap, began to take shape. They rebuilt the engine, replaced the tires, and gave it a fresh coat of paint. The car was still far from perfect, but it had a heart and soul, just like its builders. As race day approached, Jack's nerves grew. The annual Riverville Derby was a major event, attracting racers from all over the region. Jack had never competed in a race before, and the thought of going up against seasoned drivers was daunting. On the morning of the race, Jack stood by the car, taking deep breaths to calm his nerves. His family and friends had gathered to support him, and even Mr. Hargrove was there, beaming with pride. "You've got this, Jack," his mother said, hugging him tightly. "We're all so proud of you." Jack nodded, feeling a surge of confidence. He climbed into the driver's seat, his father's words echoing in his mind. "Remember, it's not just about winning. It's about giving it your all and never giving up." The race began, and Jack's heart pounded as he navigated the twists and turns of the track. The other drivers were skilled and aggressive, but Jack held his own, staying focused and determined. As the laps went by, he found his rhythm, pushing the car to its limits. Halfway through the race, disaster struck. Another driver's car clipped Jack's rear bumper, sending him into a spin. He managed to regain control, but his position had dropped significantly. The crowd gasped, but Jack didn't let the setback deter him. He remembered his father's words and pressed on, determined to finish the race. With each lap, Jack gained ground, passing one car after another. His father's guidance and his own hard work paid off as he steadily climbed the ranks. On the final lap, Jack found himself in second place, right behind the leader. The finish line was in sight, and Jack knew this was his moment. He pushed the car harder than ever before, closing the gap between him and the leader. In the final turn, Jack saw an opening and seized the opportunity, maneuvering past the leader with precision. The crowd erupted in cheers as Jack crossed the finish line in first place, victorious against all odds. Jack's family and friends rushed to congratulate him, their faces filled with pride and joy. Tom hugged his son tightly, tears of happiness in his eyes. "You did it, Jack. You made your dream come true." Jack smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment he'd never experienced before. "We did it, Dad. Together." The victory at the Riverville Derby was just the beginning for Jack. His story of determination and resilience spread far and wide, inspiring others to chase their dreams, no matter the obstacles. Offers from professional racing teams began to pour in, and Jack's future looked brighter than ever. Through it all, Jack never forgot his roots or the people who had supported him. He continued to work at the repair shop, helping others and giving back to the community that had believed in him. Jack's journey from underdog to champion was a testament to the power of perseverance, the strength of family, and the belief that with hard work and determination, anything is possible.